Hey there, you looking kinda cute. Please consider subscribing and check out our Patreon for more. Enjoy the video. Chloe must have sensed her discomfort, for she quickly added, "Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. It's just that I heard about what happened to Mateo. Is it true? Are you really him?" Ariana's mouth went dry, her palms sweating as she struggled to find the right words. Yes, it's true. I know it sounds crazy, but I woke up like this. I don't know how or why, but here I am." To her surprise, Chloe's face softened, sympathy shining in her eyes. "Wow, that must be so weird for you. I can't even imagine." Ariana nodded, relief washing over her at Chloe's understanding tone. "It is, but I'm trying to make the best of it, you know?" Chloe smiled, reaching out to squeeze Ariana's arm in a gesture of support. "Well, for what it's worth, I think you're handling it really well. And if you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here." Ariana returned her smile, gratitude swelling in her chest. "Thanks, Chloe. That means a lot." Chloe glanced over her shoulder at her waiting friends. "I should probably get back to them. But it was great meeting you, Ariana. I'll see you around, okay?" "Definitely. See you later, Chloe." As Chloe walked away, Ariana felt a weight lift from her shoulders. Maybe this wouldn't be so bad after all. Maybe she could find acceptance and friendship in her new identity. Mrs. Rossi, who had been watching the exchange with a proud smile, wrapped an arm around her daughter's shoulders. "See, I told you everything would be okay." Ariana leaned into her mother's embrace, a contented sigh escaping her lips. "You were right, Mom, as usual." They continued their shopping spree, Ariana's confidence growing with each passing minute. She tried on dresses and skirts, reveling in the way the fabric swished around her legs. She experimented with different hairstyles and makeup looks, marveling at the transformative power of a few simple tools. As they left the mall, their arms laden with bags, Ariana felt a sense of peace settle over her. Yes, her life had been turned upside down, but maybe, just maybe, it was for the better. The next day, Ariana stood in front of her full-length mirror, scrutinizing her appearance. She had chosen a simple yet stylish outfit for her first day back at school, a pair of dark skinny jeans, a flowy blouse, and a cropped denim jacket. Her hair fell in soft waves around her face, and a touch of makeup accentuated her delicate features. She took a deep breath, trying to calm the butterflies in her stomach. Today would be the ultimate test of her new identity. Would her classmates accept her as Ariana, or would they see through the facade to the boy she used to be? A knock at the door startled her from her thoughts. "Come in," she called, her voice wavering slightly. Mr. Rossi poked his head in, a proud smile on his face. "Hey, kiddo. You ready for your big day?" Ariana nodded, swallowing hard. "As ready as I'll ever be, I guess." Her father stepped into the room, his eyes misting over as he took in her appearance. "You look beautiful, Ariana. Truly." A lump formed in Ariana's throat, tears pricking at the corners of her eyes. "Thanks, Dad. That means a lot." Mr. Rossi reached out, pulling her into a tight hug. "I know this isn't easy for you, but I want you to know how proud I am of you. You're handling this with such grace and maturity." Ariana clung to her father, drawing strength from his unwavering support. "I couldn't do it without you and Mom. You guys have been amazing." Mr. Rossi pulled back, his hands resting on her shoulders. "We'll always be here for you, no matter what. Now let's get you to school before you're late." Ariana nodded, grabbing her backpack and following her father out the door. As they drove to school, she felt a sense of nervous anticipation building in her chest. What would her classmates think of her transformation? Would they accept her, or would they reject her outright? They pulled up to the school, the familiar building looming before them. Ariana took a deep breath, steeling herself for whatever lay ahead. Mr. Rossi turned to her, his eyes shining with love and support. "You've got this, Ariana. Remember, no matter what happens, your mother and I are proud of you." Ariana nodded, a small smile tugging at her lips. Thanks, Dad. I love you. I love you too, kiddo. Now go show them what you're made of. With that, Ariana stepped out of the car, her head held high as she walked towards the school. She could feel the eyes of her classmates on her, their gazes a mix of curiosity and confusion. As Ariana walked through the hallways of her school, she couldn't help but feel the weight of countless stares boring into her back. Whispers followed her every step, the hushed voices of her classmates echoing in her ears. She kept her head down, her long hair falling like a curtain around her face, shielding her from the curious gazes of those around her. Her heart raced in her chest, the familiar halls suddenly feeling foreign and hostile. Ariana's steps faltered as she caught sight of a familiar figure leaning against a locker, her blonde hair gleaming under the fluorescent lights. Erica, the girl who had once been her closest friend, the one she had hurt so deeply with her callous words. Taking a deep breath, Ariana steeled herself and approached the other girl, her hands trembling at her sides. "Erica," she said softly, her voice barely above a whisper. Erica's head snapped up, her blue eyes widening as she took in the sight of Ariana standing before her. "Mateo," she asked, her voice laced with disbelief. "Is that really you?" Ariana nodded, a lump forming in her throat. "It's me," she confirmed, her voice wavering slightly. "But I go by Ariana now." Erica's eyes narrowed, her lips curling into a sneer. "Ariana, what kind of joke is this, Mateo? Are you trying to make a fool out of me?" Ariana flinched at the harshness of Erica's tone, her heart sinking in her chest. "No, Erica, I swear it's not a joke. I woke up like this, and I don't know how or why, but it's really me," Erica scoffed, crossing her arms over her chest. "Right. And I'm supposed to believe that you just magically turned into a girl overnight? Give me a break, Mateo." Ariana's eyes filled with tears, her vision blurring as she struggled to find the right words. "Erica, please. I know this is hard to believe, but I'm telling you the truth. I'm sorry for everything I said to you before. I was an idiot, and I didn't mean any of it." Erica's face hardened, her eyes flashing with anger. "You think an apology is going to fix everything? You humiliated me, Mateo. You made me feel like I was nothing." Ariana's shoulders slumped, guilt washing over her in waves. "I know, and I'm so sorry. I never meant to hurt you like that. I was stupid and selfish, and I didn't realize what I had until it was too late." Erica shook her head, a bitter laugh escaping her lips. "Too late is right. You had your chance, Mateo, and you blew it. And now you expect me to believe this ridiculous story about you turning into a girl? Please!" Ariana's heart shattered in her chest, the weight of Erica's rejection crushing her. "Erica, please, just give me a chance to explain. I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth." Erica held up a hand, cutting her off. "Save it, Mateo. Or should I say, Ariana? I don't want to hear your excuses. You made your bed, now lie in it." With that, Erica turned on her heel and stalked away, leaving Ariana standing alone in the hallway, tears streaming down her face. The weeks that followed were a nightmare for Ariana. News of her transformation spread like wildfire through the school, and soon she found herself the target of relentless bullying and harassment. Girls who had once been her friends now turned their backs on her, whispering and giggling behind her back. Boys who had once admired her athletic prowess now mocked her, calling her names and shoving her in the hallways. Ariana tried to hold her head high, to ignore the taunts and jeers that followed her wherever she went. But it was hard, so hard to keep a brave face when inside she was crumbling. She found herself eating lunch alone in the bathroom, hiding from the cruel gazes of her classmates. She dreaded going to class, knowing that she would be met with snickers and pointed fingers. Even the teachers seemed unsure of how to handle her situation, their eyes filled with pity and confusion whenever they looked at her. Ariana felt like a freak, a misfit who didn't belong anywhere. One day, as she was walking to her locker, a group of boys surrounded her, their faces twisted into cruel smirks. "Hey, Ariana!" one of them called out, his voice dripping with sarcasm. "Nice dress. Did you borrow it from your mom?" The others laughed, their voices echoing in the hallway. Ariana felt her face flush with shame, tears pricking at the corners of her eyes. "Leave me alone," she mumbled, trying to push past them. But they wouldn't let her through, their bodies forming a wall around her. "Aw, look at the little princess," another boy cooed, reaching out to tug at a strand of her hair. "She's gonna cry!" Ariana's heart raced in her chest, fear coursing through her veins. She felt trapped, helpless, like a wounded animal surrounded by predators. Suddenly, a voice rang out from behind the group of boys. "Hey, leave her alone!" The boys turned, their eyes widening as they saw Erica standing there, her hands on her hips and a fierce expression on her face. "What's it to you, Erica?" One of the boys sneered, his lip curling in disdain. Erica's eyes flashed with anger, her voice steady and strong. "I said leave her alone, or do you want me to tell the principal about how you're harassing a fellow student?" The boys glanced at each other, uncertainty flickering across their faces. They knew Erica wasn't someone to mess with. She was popular, influential, and had a reputation for standing up for what she believed in. With a final sneer, the boys backed away, muttering under their breath as they slunk off down the hallway. Ariana stared at Erica, her eyes wide with shock and gratitude. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice trembling. Erica's face softened, a hint of sympathy shining in her eyes. "Are you okay?" she asked, reaching out to touch Ariana's arm. Ariana nodded, swallowing hard. "I'm fine. Thanks for standing up for me." Erica shrugged, a small smile tugging at the corners of her mouth. "No one deserves to be treated like that, not even you, Ariana." Ariana's heart swelled with hope, a tentative smile spreading across her face. "Does this mean you forgive me?" she asked, her voice hesitant. Erica sighed, running a hand through her hair. "I don't know if I'm ready to forgive you just yet, but I can see that you're going through a tough time, and I don't want to add to that." Ariana nodded, understanding shining in her eyes. "I get it. I know I hurt you, and I'm sorry. I just hope that maybe someday we can be friends again." Erica's smile widened, a hint of warmth creeping into her eyes. "Maybe, but for now, let's just take things one step at a time, okay?" Ariana agreed, her heart feeling lighter than it had in weeks. Maybe, just maybe, things were starting to look up. As the days passed, Erica began to take Ariana under her wing, showing her the ropes of being a teenage girl. She taught her how to style her hair, how to apply makeup, and how to dress in a way that flattered her new figure. At first, Ariana felt awkward and self-conscious, her movements clumsy and unsure, but with Erica's patient guidance, she began to gain confidence, her steps becoming more graceful and her smile more genuine. Erica introduced her to her circle of friends, a group of girls who welcomed Ariana with open arms. They giggled and gossiped together, sharing secrets and swapping stories. For the first time since her transformation, Ariana felt like she belonged somewhere. She no longer dreaded going to school, instead looking forward to the time she could spend with her new friends. Erica was always there, a constant presence at her side. She defended Ariana against the bullies who still tried to torment her, her fierce loyalty and unwavering support a balm to Ariana's battered soul. One day, as they were walking home from school, Erica turned to Ariana, a serious expression on her face. "Ariana, I want you to know that I'm here for you no matter what. I know we've had our differences in the past, but I see now how strong and brave you are." Ariana's eyes filled with tears, her heart swelling with gratitude. "Thank you, Erica. You have no idea how much that means to me." Erica smiled, reaching out to take Ariana's hand in hers. "We girls have to stick together, right? And besides, I've always wanted a sister." Ariana laughed, squeezing Erica's hand in return. "Well, I guess you've got one now." As they walked on, their laughter echoing in the warm afternoon air, Ariana felt a sense of peace wash over her. She knew that the road ahead wouldn't be easy, that there would still be challenges and obstacles to overcome. As Ariana and Erica's friendship blossomed, Erica took it upon herself to guide Ariana through the intricacies of being a teenage girl. She knew that Ariana was struggling to adjust to her new identity, and she was determined to help her in any way she could. One Saturday morning, Erica showed up at Ariana's house, a large tote bag slung over her shoulder. "Hey, girl," she called out, a mischievous grin on her face. "You ready for your crash course in femininity?" Ariana looked at her skeptically, her brow furrowing in confusion. "Crash course? What do you mean?" Erica's grin widened as she held up the tote bag. "I brought over some of my clothes for you to try on. We're gonna have a little fashion show." Ariana's eyes widened, a mix of excitement and nervousness fluttering in her chest. "Oh, wow. Okay, sure. Come on in." The two girls headed up to Ariana's room, where Erica dumped the contents of the tote bag onto the bed. A pile of colorful fabrics spilled out, everything from flowy sundresses to tight-fitting jeans. "All right, let's start with something basic," Erica said, pulling out a pair of skinny jeans and a simple white t-shirt. "Put these on and let's see how they fit." Ariana took the clothes hesitantly, her hands trembling slightly as she held them up to her body. She had never worn women's clothing before, and the thought of putting them on made her feel both thrilled and terrified. She slipped into the bathroom, her heart pounding in her chest as she pulled on the jeans and t-shirt. The fabric felt strange against her skin, softer and more delicate than anything she had worn before. When she emerged from the bathroom, Erica let out a low whistle, her eyes widening in appreciation. "Damn, girl, you look good." Ariana blushed, a small smile tugging at the corners of her mouth. "Really? You think so?" Erica nodded, circling around Ariana to get a better look. "Definitely. But let's try something a little more feminine. How about this dress?" She held up a flowy sundress, the soft fabric printed with delicate flowers. Ariana's eyes widened, her mouth dropping open in surprise. "A dress? I don't know, Erica. I've never worn one before." Erica rolled her eyes, thrusting the dress into Ariana's hands. "That's the whole point, silly. You're a girl now, and girls wear dresses. Just try it on, okay?" Ariana hesitated for a moment before nodding, taking the dress and heading back into the bathroom. She slipped it over her head, the soft fabric cascading down her body like a waterfall. When she looked in the mirror, she barely recognized herself. The dress hugged her curves in all the right places, the delicate flowers making her skin look soft and luminous. She stepped out of the bathroom, her cheeks flushed with excitement. Erica's jaw dropped, her eyes widening in amazement. "Oh my God, Ariana, you look stunning!" Ariana twirled around, the skirt of the dress flaring out around her legs. She felt pretty, feminine, like a completely different person than the boy she had once been. "I love it," she breathed, her voice barely above a whisper. "I never knew wearing a dress could feel so right." The two girls spent the rest of the afternoon trying on different outfits, laughing and chatting as they experimented with different styles and colors. Ariana felt like she was in a dream, a world of soft fabrics and delicate lace that she had never known existed. As the sun began to set, Erica glanced at her phone, her eyes widening in surprise. "Oh my God, is it really that late already? I should probably get going." Ariana's face fell, disappointment washing over her. She had been having so much fun, and the thought of Erica leaving made her heart ache. "Do you have to go?" she asked, her voice small and hesitant. Erica smiled, reaching out to tuck a strand of hair behind Ariana's ear. "I'll be back tomorrow, okay? We still have a lot to cover, makeup, hair, all that fun stuff." Ariana's eyes lit up, excitement bubbling up in her chest. "Really? You'll teach me all of that?" Erica nodded, a mischievous grin spreading across her face. "Of course. What are best friends for?" Thanks for watching. Check out Patreon if you want to have early access to the other parts. If not, it will be online in a couple of days.